The sun hung low over the African savanna, painting the dirt road in hues of burnt orange. A young woman named Amina walked briskly, her bare feet kicking up dust as she balanced a bundle of firewood on her head. At 22, she knew the rhythms of her village, the chatter of market women, the cry of hungry children, the relentless weight of poverty. But today, the wilderness whispered something darker. A guttural groan cut through the wind. Amina froze. Behind a thorny acacia, a man lay crumpled, his expensive suit torn, his face streaked with blood. His breaths came in shallow gasps, a dying man. Her instinct screamed run. Bandits often left victims here, but his fingers twitched alive. Please, he rasped in accented English. Against all logic, Amina knelt. She had no medicine, no money, only her grandmother's teachings. Even a cup of water, given in kindness, is a prayer. She dragged him to a nearby stream, using her scarf to staunch his wounds. His watch glinted, odd for a beggar. His nails were clean. Who was he? As dusk fell, the man's fever spiked. Amina whispered, "Hold on," though she didn't know if he understood. Then a gunshot. Men's voices echoed. "Find him." Amina's pulse raced. The stranger's eyes locked onto hers, terrified. She covered him with brushwood, just as flashlights pierced the trees. The leader, a brute in mirrored sunglasses, grabbed her arm. "You seen a man here?" Her voice shook. "And no, sir." He spat, shoving her aside. The hunters vanished, but Amina's hands wouldn't stop trembling. That night, as she spooned broth into the stranger's mouth, he murmured something that made her blood run cold. "Tell my daughter the vault code is her birthday." Who was this man? The stranger, now called Daniel, lingered between life and death. Amina smuggled him into her mud-brick hut, hiding him from prying neighbors. Poverty had taught her secrecy. Gossip spread faster than malaria here. But Daniel's delirium unveiled fragments of truth. The board can't know I'm missing. The helicopter sabotaged. They want the diamond shares. Amina's stomach churned. This wasn't just a wounded traveler. He was a target. Meanwhile, village whispers grew. Old Mama Nia eyed Amina's extra food purchases. Since when can orphans afford meat? Then, a black SUV rolled into town. Amina watched from a market stall as men in suits flashed a photo, Daniel's face. Reward for information, they announced. Her breath hitched. Were these allies or hunters pretending? That night, Daniel woke fully. His gaze swept the crumbling walls, the cracked clay pot holding rainwater. Shame flashed across his face. "You've been feeding me your own food," he realized. Amina shrugged. "You'd have done the same." He laughed bitterly. "No, I wouldn't have." A silence stretched. Then, "I'm a CEO of Cross-Continental Mining." Amina frowned. "The company that owned the diamond mines up north? The one protesters called the Blood Money Empire?" Daniel seemed to read her thoughts. "I was flying to fire the security head. He's been killing villagers who resist land grabs." He gripped her wrist. "They shot us down to silence me." Amina recoiled. If this was true, her kindness had just made her a pawn in a corporate war. Outside, engine idled. The SUV men kicked down doors, interrogating families. Amina barricaded hers, but Daniel was too weak to run. "Take this." He pressed a tiny USB in her palm. "Proof of the murders. If I die—" "No." Her voice cracked. She wouldn't let death win. Grabbing a sickle, she slipped outside, luring the men toward the cassava fields. The foreigners hiding near the river. She lied. As they charged past, she sprinted back, heaving Daniel onto a donkey cart. They rattled into the bush just as gunfire erupted behind them. For days, they hid in a poacher's abandoned cave. Daniel's wounds festered. Amina chewed herbs into poultices her hands raw from grinding stones. Why risk everything for me? He asked once. She thought of her parents, dead from treatable fever, of the mining pits that poisoned her village's water. Maybe I'm tired of watching people die while the rich look away. Daniel's eyes glistened. Then, a miracle. A humanitarian convoy passed nearby. Amina flagged it down, bribing the driver with her last coin, a silver pendant her mother left her. As the medics loaded Daniel, he clutched her hand. Come with me. But Amina stepped back. This wasn't her world. The truck vanished in a dust cloud, leaving her alone, until a folded note fluttered from her pocket. Find me in Lagos. Ask for Daniel Cross. And beneath it, a phone number with the area code for Monaco. 1 year later, Amina stood outside Lagos's tallest skyscraper, her calloused fingers clutching the note. She'd come only to ensure Daniel survived, but the lobby guards sneered at her faded dress. Mr. Cross doesn't meet beggars. Then an elevator dinged. Daniel strode out, tailored suit gleaming, but his gasp was pure shock. Amina? The guards paled as he pulled her into a crushing hug. In his penthouse, Amina gaped at the city glittering below. Daniel poured tea, his hand steady now. You disappeared. I searched for months. She stiffened. I didn't come for charity. I know. He slid a folder across the table. Inside, blueprints for a village hospital funded by Cross Continental. The corrupt security head? Imprisoned. The land grabs? Reversed. Because of you, Daniel said. You show me what real strength is. Amina's tears fell. This wasn't a handout. It was justice. Epilogue. Amina became the hospital's director, hiring village girls as nurses. Daniel? He visits monthly, rolling up his sleeves to fix roofs. The tabloids call it the billionaire's guilt project. But the villagers know the truth. Kindness isn't weakness. It's the only thing that changes the world. The hospital's opening day sweltered under the African sun. Amina adjusted her stethoscope, as villagers gathered, their skepticism palpable. Cross Continental's logo gleamed on the building, a bitter reminder of the mines that had poisoned their land. An old man spat near Daniel's polished shoes. You dig holes in the earth, then bandage our wounds? We don't want your pity. Daniel flinched, but Amina stepped forward. This isn't his hospital, she said. It's yours. She flung open the doors, revealing local teens in scrubs, girls who'd trained for months under her guidance. One lifted a trembling hand. We can treat malaria now. No more children dying. The crowd murmured. Hope, fragile as a butterfly, landed in the silence. The ripple effect. Months passed. The hospital thrived, but Amina's true victory was quieter. Mama Nia, once her harshest critic, brought fresh eggs every Friday, whispering, You made the ancestors proud. Daniel, stripped of his CEO title after exposing corruption, knelt in the dirt planting mango trees. I'm learning, he admitted, blushing as kids mocked his clumsy hands. The village boys who'd once thrown rocks at Amina's hut now begged to train as medics. Yet one wound remained. The stranger returns. A limousine crawled into town one evening. Out stepped Elena Cross, Daniel's estranged daughter, her designer dress absurd against the dust. Dad's been sending millions here. I came to see why. Amina offered water. Elena recoiled at the clay cup. You're the girl he won't stop talking about. What's your game? No game, Amina said simply. He was kind to me. I was kind to him. Elena scoffed, until a wailing mother burst in, clutching a seizing child. Amina sprinted to help, but Elena froze. I know CPR. Amina shoved her forward. Then help. Together, they saved the boy. As the mother wept gratitude, Elena's mascara ran black down her cheeks. In Monaco, no one even knows their neighbors. The final twist. At dawn, Elena cornered Amina. I found Dad's will. He left you 30% of Cross-Continental. Amina laughed. I don't want his money. Not money, shares, voting power. Elena's voice cracked. He's giving you control to stop the mines for good. The weight of it crushed Amina's chest. This was the vault code, the birthday. Not numbers, a legacy. The choice. Daniel found her by the river, her toes in the water. You're angry, he said. You didn't ask me. She whispered. Would you have said yes? The truth hung between them. Power wasn't her dream, but justice was. She took his hand. Teach me to fight in boardrooms so I can keep healing here. Epilogue, 5 years later. The mines closed, replaced by solar farms staffed by villagers. Elena, now head of the foundation, brings doctors yearly. Turns out, I'm good at something besides spending money. Amina's hospital birthed 3 more, her name on none. Call them Hope Centers, she insisted. At sunset, Daniel and Amina sit on her old hut's roof, now draped in bougainvillea. You saved me twice, he says. First my life, then my soul. She grins. Next time, just send a thank you note. The camera pulls back. A thriving village, a changed world, all because one girl stopped on a dusty road.